On February 7, 1974, a beautiful baby boy was born to Jean and John Nash in Johannesburg, South Africa. This baby was Steve Nash. Nash's dad was a professional soccer player, so soccer and ice hockey, which he played with his brother Martin, were his first loves. Nash began playing basketball when he was 12 years old. Steve tried to play like the guards Isaiah Thomas, Michael Jordan, and Magic Johnson, who were all role models of Steve's growing up. If you didn't already know, Nash has a medical condition called spondylolisthesis that makes his muscles tight and gives him regular back pain. Because of this, when he's not playing, you'd often see him lying on his back on the sideline. NBA career. Nash first got a scholarship to go to Santa Clara University, where he led the Broncos to their first NCAA tournament in 5 years and became the all-time leader in assists, free throws, and three-pointers made. His number has been retired and hung above the court, making him the first player to have this happen at Santa Clara. Talk about being remembered. Steve got his degree in sociology and then signed up for the draft. The Phoenix Suns picked him up with the 15th overall pick in the whole draft. Steve played in Phoenix for most of his career, but also played for the Maverick and Laker clubs. Over the course of his 18-year career, he averaged 14.3 points, 8.5 assists, and 3 rebounds per game. He's been an All-Star 8 times and the MVP twice. Nash is one of the best shooters of all time, so he joins the 50-40-90 club with Larry Bird, Reggie Miller, and Mark Price. 50% from the field, 40% from three-point range, and 90% from the line. He's in the top 10 all-time for assists, three-pointers, and free throws. Nash will go down in history as one of the best 75 players ever, but he will also be known as one of the best players in the NBA history who never won a championship. ESPN said that Nash was the 9th best point guard ever. What a way to stack the numbers. Coaching. Nash became a part-time consultant for the Warriors in 2015, when they had the best winning percentage in NBA history with 73 wins. He worked there when Golden State won the championship the next year, so he did end up getting a ring after all. In 2020, he took over as head coach of the Brooklyn Nets for the first time. Now he has the chance to coach KD, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons, for better or worse. Let's see what happens with that. Now that we know about Steve's career in basketball, let's look at how he has made his money. Contract. Nash was picked up by the Suns and signed a 3-year, $3 million deal with them. After 2 years, he was traded to the Mavericks. The Mavericks gave him a 6-year, $28 million extension on the rookie scale. He broke the deal because he wanted to play for the Suns again. He also signed contracts worth $65 million over 5 years and $22 million over 2 years. In a sign-and-trade deal with the Lakers, his last deal was for 3 years and $28 million. Steve Nash made more than $140 million just in salary over the course of his career. What a way to stack up those checks. Endorsements. Nash stayed with Nike for 15 years after signing a deal with the company for more than 1 year. During that time, he endorsed classic shoes like the Zoom Jet Flight and the Zoom Drive. They did have some pretty neat ads. Steve never got a signature shoe with his name on it, so he switched from Nike to the Chinese brand Luyo. He did get a signature shoe, and the Steve Nash 1 came out. Steve is also a Wolf and Shepherd ambassador. They make dress shoes, but they add athletic features to them so they're both stylish and comfortable. These look incredibly clean. Nash is a very marketable guy, and he's also worked with MDG Computers, Raymond Well Watches, Vitamin Water, and Clearly Canadian Bottled Water to promote their products. Nash has made a lot of money over the course of his career. Let's see how he spends it. Houses. Steve Nash has a mansion in Paradise Valley, Arizona. This amazing work of art covers more than 6,500 square feet. It has 5 bedrooms, a guest house, a pool, a wine cellar, and a garage for 4 cars. He sold this beautiful house later for $3.2 million. He also owns a beautiful brick mansion in Brooklyn that's 20 feet wide and has 4,200 square feet of space. This house has 5 bedrooms and 4.5 bathrooms. It is decorated in clean earth tones and is anchored by a curved plaster staircase. Steve paid a cool $5 million for this lovely thing. Charity. Nash has become a fan favorite not only because of how well he plays, but also because of how he's changed the world as a whole. In 2001, he set up the Steve Nash Foundation to help underprivileged children with their health, personal growth, education, and enjoyment of life. He also started the Jim Jennings Memorial Endowment Fund, which is well known. It was made in honor of a Santa Clara University volunteer who helped the basketball team for more than 20 years. He also helps out with Gulu Walk and is a sponsor of the Steve Nash Basketball League in British Columbia. Gulu Walk is a non-profit that wants to raise money and awareness for children in northern Uganda who have been hurt by war. Nash has won many awards like the Walter Kennedy Citizenship Award and an honorary doctorate from the University of Victoria. Talk about a saint to the community. Business ventures. Nash is all about fitness and being proud of his six-pack, so he joined forces with Leonard Schlemm, the owner of 24 Hour Fitness, to open a sports club called Vancouver Whitecaps. In British Columbia, there were 13 Steve Nash Fitness World Clubs at one time. After a few years, Steve decided he was done and tried to get his name taken off the gyms. The chain did go bankrupt during the pandemic. It was bought back and it will start up again, but not under the name Steve Nash. He was also in business with his cousin Ezra Holland to make movies. Into the Wind is the name of the movie they made. Nash also helped start the company Consigliere Brand Capital LLC. It invests in sports teams as well as new tech companies. Steve Nash could very well be the next biggest business tycoon. What do you think? Love life. Nash met his first love, Alejandra Amaria, for the first time in Manhattan. In June 2005, the two lovebirds got married. At first, it seemed like they were meant to be together. The couple is happy to have 2 daughters and a son. After being together for more than 5 years, the two broke up. Nash later met Lilla Frederick, who used to play volleyball, and they fell in love almost immediately. She works out a lot, loves food, and likes to travel. Steve actually asked her to marry him in Spain after they had been dating for only 4 days. In September 2016, they did get married. The wonderful couple has 2 children, a son named Luca and a daughter named Ruby. Steve and Lilla are still together, and her Instagram is full of cool family photos. Net worth. Now is the time for which you have all been waiting. What is Steve Nash's value? Steve Nash has a net worth of $95 million with everything going on and the businesses he runs on the side. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Please consider dropping a like and subscribe to the channel for more celebrity and basketball content.